and I'm here with another Kit Conspiracy layout for you guys today. We are on week 2, and we are working with Pretty Little Studios Ginger Snap Collection. So I decided to pull out this amazing paper called Candy Corn and look at all of the different patterns that are available in this pattern paper. So I'm going to use both sides of this paper, not both sides front and back, but the left and the right sides, because I picked out a color scheme that uses all of these gorgeous plum colors. I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful, and I think it goes great with my daughter in a tree. She found a little, I don't know, cutout, a cave type thing in the tree, and she was just small enough to fit inside, and you can't barely see her, or you can barely see her in the shadows, but I think it's kind of fun. So I'm just going through. I've already sorted out all of my embellishments and everything, so that way you didn't have to see that process. I feel like that makes my videos a lot longer, but basically I picked out everything that was in this shade, but I definitely wanted to play a little bit more with these banners because I absolutely I just love them, you guys. I don't know why, because I'm not a banner person. I struggle with them when they're separate, but these ones are so full and have so much interest in them. They add a lot to the layouts. So these are the pictures. I've got a picture of the tree far away and you can barely see her inside, and then I took a close-up so you can actually see that she is in there. I could have done a lot of altering to the photo and brightened it up and all that good stuff, but I really don't like that. I'm also going to be using some packaging from 4 of the packages with that stripe, so that way I can map my photos on those. I have this adorable heart background that I honestly thought I was going to struggle using. Because of the gray that is outlined on each of the hearts, I decided to use gray cardstock behind every single one of my pieces of paper that I intend to use on this layout. Now I'm going to stagger the paper so that way I have building blocks or places of interest for titles and clusters and whatnot, and just basically break up the background that I have for my that I'm using, because the hearts are very hard for me. But once I started adding all of these pattern papers and getting this getting the background situated, I really did have fun decorating for this, and I just had to look past the hearts basically. So, but they are the inspiration for how I outlined everything in the gray. I also distressed the edges of my packaging so that way I could make the gray the exact same size and not make it any bigger and take away from the background. I just wanted a thin gray line. It actually looks like I inked the edges when really I did not. This is just about the photo or the cardstock, the gray cardstock. So one of the things that I want to do for these banners is remove the colors that aren't matching. I wanted to make sure that I only stick with the colors, and inside my little potpourri pack are banner pieces that are individual, and so I'm just going to use those to help me cover up where I can't get the labels to work. And then that way all I have in the banner is the pieces that I want shown. And then of course that cute little banner up at the top, I'm going to be bringing in a little bit of yellow just because there is yellow stripes in my packaging. There's also yellow flowers in some of the strips that I did, yellow leaves, a little bit of orangey stuff, so or orangey color. So I definitely wanted to have little teeny tiny pops of yellow, and so that little piece of banner is going to stay on there. Plus I think that bird on top of that label is super cute too. So I'm going to go ahead and start gluing some of the things down before I start bringing in all the flowers, because once I start having a whole bunch of loose papers and loose things, then I get frustrated that things aren't being placed where I want them before I just glue them, because I'm normally, as you guys have seen, I'm normally the type that lays out my layout and then I glue everything right in place without actually lifting anything up. I just dab glue here, dab glue there. So I wanted this tag that says Autumn 24. I thought it would be kind of cool if it said 24/7, but I don't think it does. But I definitely wanted that shown because this is, well, it's actually springtime. This is the kids' spring break. And for some reason, we had a really, really late winter this year. And well, these are actually photos from last year, 2022. And we had a super late winter for some reason. And so our fall just became spring. I mean, it was cold. It was very cold all the way up to like June. We never thought it was going to warm up. Seriously. I think at our house, because this is at my parents' place, but I think at our house we still had snow on the ground during spring break. So we were hoping to go and warm up. We were even hoping to get a splash in the river, but the river was overflowing. In fact, it was flooding in some spots, not at my parents', but in some spots. And so, yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely an interesting year. I'm not sure if I took pictures of my parents' dock into the river and seen how it was practically gone. The dock was. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and lay out, now that I've got all my base pages, I've got my photo mats, my photos, all the little strips of paper laid down and glued down. I'm going to go ahead and start basically decorating it. So I've got leaves and flowers and all this stuff, all in this gorgeous plum color. I even picked out this plum. It says Thanksgiving. I think it says thanks. Yeah. I think it says Thanksgiving, but it's two separate words. And I'm going to go ahead and flatten that flare out. So like I said, I just take one of my clear, what's it called? One of my clear cutting mats, and then one of the platforms that is just a little bit thicker than the second clear cutting mat. And run it through. There's no resistance. You do not want to struggle flattening the flare. So it should just go through nice and easy, and then it feels like you're not doing anything at all, to be honest. But then when you come out, you get this beautiful flattened flare that still looks like you've used a three-dimensional flare on your layout. However, it's not half an inch thick. Like some flare are out there. I just love flattening my flare, you guys, and I just like saying it too. All right, so I'm tucking and weaving. I'm making sure that I put the bigger pieces in the back, the smaller pieces in the front. The microscopically small pieces I actually added to my banner down at the bottom. It has that cute little owl peeking out. So I've got those helping me hide the fact that I added the labels. I didn't want the labels to just be slapped on top of the banner and it not be part of the banner. I did cover up a lot of the gray part of the banner, so I decided once I had everything glued down, which I did off camera, I decided to slide everything over just a little bit so I could see that little portion of gray, because I have gray all over my layout. I did go ahead and use some foam dots on some of the flower heads, so that way I could get a little bit of dimension and depth to my layout. And that is my layout for today. I had a blast playing around with a color scheme. I don't usually play well with monochromatic layouts, but this was really fun. My photo subject was awesome because it allowed me to do that. I love how it pops off the page because it's that blue sky off the page, and so it doesn't get lost in all of this creativity. So I just had a blast creating it, and then altering these banners for my purposes have been so much fun. I also tucked in a cute little bunny in there just to add a little bit of yellow over in the cluster too. And that's it for today. Please be sure to check out the Facebook group that we have for Kit Conspiracy, and also to Janet Fritz's channel. She is my cohort in this amazing series that we do in November. So please go check out her channel. Her link is down below as well. And I will check you guys all later. Bye.